Hey guys, Tycrander is here doing another toy review, and this time it's for the new Star Wars Rogue One Imperial Stormtrooper. So, as you can see, it comes in the standard Rogue One packaging. I'll just zoom the camera in. It says he comes with breakaway armor. Comes an illustration of a Stormtrooper firing his blaster, which is quite a good illustration. You got the Death Squad Trooper logo up in the top with TIE Fighters and ACTs walking in silhouetted. Star Wars logo, Rogue One, and then flipping around the side of the box. Comes with the information on the app, how to download the app so you can do little videos with your characters. And then it comes with a brief bio for the Stormtroopers, which I'll just read up there. It says, Stormtroopers are the faceless legions of soldiers serving the Galactic Empire. Encased in white armor, Stormtroopers are loyal Imperials who undergo rigorous training that strips them of any sense of individuality. So, nothing really there about what happens in the movie, just kind of a generic blurb on how Stormtroopers are the faceless foot soldiers of the Empire. Oops. So, the figure comes in this kind of the standard packaging. I kind of like the back area as well. The back behind the figure kind of reminds me of the hologram of the Death Star that you see in the original was it New Hope, when they were showing the how to destroy the Death Star in that sequence. Kind of reminds me of the hologram readout that they brought up. So, getting onto the figure itself, let me just bring him into zoom. Bear with me a moment. Here is Mr. Stormtrooper himself with his armor pieces already attached. So he comes with these. He has a kind of standard look, and then he has this clip-on armor piece, and it does have a little interesting gimmick to it. And then he comes with a standard Imperial blaster. So it's quite nicely detailed. I'm not sure how well you can see that on the screen. Has a kind of ammo clip on the side, has like a gun sight, or sorry, red dot on one side, sights on the top, even though you don't really see them ever using the sights that well. And he is the basic 5 points of articulation that we know with the Force Awakens and this new Rogue One line. His head is on a ball joint. You can pop it off. It's on a small small ball joint. Usually the Stormtroopers used to be on like fairly large ones. This guy seems to be on a small ball joint. Without the armor on, he can rotate his hands 360. His legs can go back that much and can go into a seated position. He can't go back too far because of the sculpting of the armor plating on the back. But overall, he's quite a nice design. He's in sort of a neutral pose as well. And as I said, you get this clip-on armor, and it has like the sergeant rank pauldron on the side. And the way you do this armor, or the way you work this breakaway armor, is you push down on this, and it breaks off the shoulder pauldron, and it basically reveals a battle damaged, battle scarred looking Stormtrooper. So just so you can see that again, there's actually two little pegs on the back plate of the piece with the shoulder pauldron on it, or the sergeant pauldron. So you just put it on and you just press this in and it blasts off. If I just take off the actual piece, you see this is on a sort of slight hinge so that it rotates forward, and you just press your finger on it and it flips it off. So if I just get his little thing back on. So there he is. There is the Stormtrooper. Let's just zoom back out from him. So initially I wasn't planning on picking him up, but I said just for the sake of it, because he's Rogue One, I'll pick him up. And just so you can see him next to as we'll call him, a proper Stormtrooper, as most people will want a size comparison. here he is next to one of the kind of standard Imperial Stormtroopers with a removable helmet. This is actually one of the Joker Squad Stormtroopers. Height wise, they are about roughly the same height. There's maybe a couple of millimeters in between them. If I just get them, there's a small smidgen of a height difference. Detail wise, the new one looks quite nicely sculpted. It's just a shame it doesn't have the full articulation points that this guy has. The blasters themselves are different as well. I'm not sure if you can see that. You have this is the kind of standard Imperial blaster. This is the newer one. The newer one has a bit more detail on it. The ammo clip is bigger. It has that side piece on it that the older ones don't have. And just in case you were wondering, the older Stormtroopers, yeah, let's put it into his trigger finger. Bear with me a second. It should fit. Yeah. The older trooper can hold the new blaster. Should you wish to throw the new blaster into his hands, he can probably hold it in both hands. Yep, he can hold it in both hands quite nicely, so there you go. If you want him, I said he's one of the Joker Squad guys with the removable helmet. I'm not sure if that's actually one of the Joker Squad heads. I got a few doubles of Joker Squad guys and a few random other figures, so I may have swapped his head around with one of the other guys, but he was the first Stormtrooper in my box of Stormtroopers, so I just grabbed him. So there you go, guys. Quick review of the new Star Wars Rogue One Stormtrooper. It's quite a cool little figure. Do I recommend him? I do recommend him, but if for fans who don't have Stormtroopers, but if you basically have a major pile of Stormtroopers, he's not really worth picking up because you already have probably far superior Stormtrooper figures than this guy. I will say his helmet detail is quite nicely sculpted. Even if you were to pick him up just so you can do a head swap, you probably might get away with that. But as is, I would recommend him for people who are kind of starting off, trying to get into Star Wars figures, and for, you know, he would be decent play value for kids as well, because he's less likely to have breaking points of articulation. I know some of my older Stormtroopers have broke at the ankle for the articulation points, and one or two of them have broken their wrists. So, like, even there's the trade-off with less articulation. You have less breakages, but then again, a lot more people tend to like more articulation, myself included. So there you go, guys. Try to not waffle on too much. Quick review of this new Rogue One, Star Wars Rogue One Imperial Stormtrooper. Hope you enjoyed the video. As I always say, if you liked the video, click like. If you want to subscribe, feel free to subscribe. And if you want to comment on the video, feel free to comment on the video as well. Cheers!